Yeah, so we're just trying to break our highest round here. You guys remember the Vengeful Temple? Well, there's a way to get something even stronger than the Vengeful Temple. Or at least a stronger Vengeful Temple than what we got before. And there's a glitch with the sacrificing, which makes it so that if you upgrade to a temple while it's being buffed by an alchemist and a call to arms, for example, it actually takes in that buff permanently when you turn it into a temple. And with that, we're actually going to get a highest round with that. So this is what we have to start with. First we get to get a tier 5 temple, however, we only need to give it support sacrifices. So let me do that real quick. 50k of support. Easiest way to do that is, of course, a quick carpet of spikes, I think. Yep, that is 50k worth of spikes. Let me get camo on this first. I'm gonna sell this, sell this, sell this. Cash out from this, because it's in range. Alright, yep, this has 50k of support. And then 50 more k of support, so basically a double support temple. And I think I'll have just enough to afford it, like barely. 58 plus 31, almost. I think, yep, that clears 40k or 50k. Yep, so this is a True Sun God, tier 5. We're actually going to sacrifice this, by the way. So we're not done, we're not done. We're going to get rid of this guy later, but for now, this will do. The temple's only struggling because it's, we gave it no sacrifices. Actually, since I want this in the middle, our super buff temple in the middle, I'm going to drop a nice little pontoon. This is where our temple is going to be. So this is what we have to do to get a super strong tier 4 temple, and then later a super strong tier 5 temple. Tier 5 Vengeful Temple, I have to remember that as well, because that's a lot stronger than the main vanilla temple. Step 1, drop a perma brew. Get a tier 5 village, like this. Homeland. Why the hell not? So that's 50k worth of support, 50k of magic. I'm gonna skip military. I'm not sure if that's the right choice, but I think primary is pretty good. We're getting a Vengeful Temple, so that means the Dark Avatars are gonna be super strong. We can't skip magic because this guy's magic. Does that make sense? We're sacrificing the temple, which is magic, and this, which is magic, so we can't. Okay, time to get a super buff to tier 4 temple. So, yeah, get jungle drums. Get the fastest attack speed possible on this sun avatar over here. I'm gonna sell this farm because it's gonna get sacrificed anyways. We're gonna skip military because we really can't skip on anything else because we need magic. We're sacrificing support, 50k worth of that. And I think primary is better than military, at least for the Dark Temple. For the Yellow Temple, maybe not, but let's just roll with it. So this is what we have to do before we upgrade. We gotta use this for the extra attack speed because it's permanent. Do this. And upgrade. Okay, maybe we could have skipped support if we got, like, more money worth of, like, military. Just because, you know, if we want the strongest temple, probably skip support, right? Because it doesn't buff itself. However, it does actually buff the avatar, so maybe not. Either way, doesn't matter. Don't worry about that much. It's not a big deal. We're gonna hit 500 either way with this OB temple. Like, just watch right now. Just one of this. Also, this guy doesn't have camo. Let me just do this real quick before I die. They're not generally this fast, but that's because of what we just did. A little bit of a glitch that can make your avatars and your temple shoot, I don't know, a lot faster. That's an understatement. But here's what we do now. We want to sacrifice 2 more tier 4s on top of this guy. Let me just do this. Make sure this doesn't sacrifice. We want to get another tier 4 temple with 5 upgrades or 50k in support. So like this. Yeah, we're ready. Even if this is not like the strongest temple we can get, again, doesn't really matter that much. You don't need the max power from it. Because for the most part, the next couple hundred rounds are going to be pretty cake. The only issue is going to be lag. And then temple number 2. I guess we'll put it, I don't know. Here's alright. 50k of this middle path. Okay, that is 50k of support. And then we just get rid of these farms just because I don't want to sacrifice. 1, 2, 3. We'll buy this. And then we do it all over again with the Perma-Brew and the Homeland Defense for this last upgrade, and then that's about it. Close enough to as strong as a Tier 5 Glitch Temple as you can get. I know if the game crashes, the attack speed's gone, but trust me, I will never crash. And if I do crash, I will have enough money to reattempt the glitch again, so don't worry about it too much. Jungle Drums, Homeland Defense. That's 50k of support, 50k magic. Is this guy range big enough? Yep, it is. Perfect. And then a Flying Fortress. That will easily put 50k in military. And then 50k of, yep, primary. Top it off with that. And lastly, of course, before I forget, Tier 5 Anti-Bloon, Tier 5 Legend Knight, because we want that Vengeful Temple. I think we're ready. We just need to activate Homeland Defense once, and then let it rip. And if I did not mess anything up, we should get a almost fully buffed temple. Oh, yep, there it is. I got scared for a moment because it wasn't changing, but there it is. Dark Temple, and we just gotta wait for the Dark Avatars to spawn. And of course, we can buff this one more time with another Homeland Defense, a Perma-Brew, and then some temples after, like support temples beside it, but for now, I'm gonna leave it. Just want to minimize lag, you know? Don't need all that on the map. Just need a couple of these and then we're good to go. So we got 6 now. You just gotta keep waiting, and then they will spawn. Looks like we're stuck at 8, but I guess if you add more support temples, you can get a little higher than that. Oh well, good enough for me. Gwendolyn, yeah, but we don't need that OP, okay? That's as much lag as I can handle for now. Why not click now? Screw it. We'll have a nice 1 million sitting around. We can sell this IMF loan too. I just want to AFK this, and we will stop here. And with that, we'll see how far we can get to, at least with this setup. The goal is around 500, which won't happen for another, I don't know, another couple hours or more. More than that, I reckon.
2,000 years later.
So a little bit of a drastic jump, I know, but here we are now, around 500 and still going. Still going strong with that Vengeful Temple. However, I will note that now it's not a glitched max temple anymore, because I didn't do this in one run. At least I didn't get to 500 in one run. Ended up going to about round 370, I think, before had to call it quits. However, here just shows that you don't actually need the glitched temple to get this far. The only downside of it is, of course, you gotta add a bunch of other support towers, like a bunch of Stalin towers that I have, as well as another support temple on the right. But yeah, glitch temple would make this a lot faster, because what you're seeing right now is about almost 2 times speed. Not quite. Yeah, take a look at the pops, just a casual 1.58 billion from the Vengeful Temple. Keep in mind that I actually have not even upgraded it in the middle of Rotten Path. So no extra range, no knockback. I bet if I added extra range, we would have hit the 2.147 billion cap easily. In case you didn't know, that's where the pops will cap at, because that's 2 to the exponent 32 minus 1. Number that a lot of games cap at. Because a lot of the damage was actually soaked up by the Dark Avatars. Because legit, they're so good that they just shred everything at the start of the map before the temple even has a chance to damage them. And yeah, the Dark Avatars have their own separate damage counts. They don't add towards the total here. But yeah, that's about it, round 500. Didn't take too long, honestly. I think getting to 370 took me about 6 hours. And then for the last 130 rounds, maybe add a couple of 2 to 3 hours on top of that. So overall 10 hours, 9 to 10 hours total to get to 500. So not too bad in the grand scheme of things, although you probably won't be able to run the game as fast. Because yeah, BT6 late game and your phone don't really go well together. I'm running this on BlueStacks, which surprisingly my computer can handle just fine. As long as I'm not doing too much other stuff on the side. And I was actually thinking about getting the Max Temple, or the Max Glitch Temple back up again, but then I just realized you can't really do that, because to do that, you need to activate the Cult Arms ability. But you know there's an initial cooldown, so once you buy it, you actually have to play the rounds in order to activate it. So if you're on round 400 and you're trying to get it back up again, you can't really afford to wait to come off cooldown, because obviously the bad's just going to run through your defense. So sadly, no footage of a glitch tempo versus 500, but I can assure you, it's just this, but about 10 times better. And I think that's where I'm going to call it. Not much else to say here, except for getting to this round 500 actually opens up a lot of things that I could do in Sandbox. So if y'all want to see videos on that in the future, do let me know. I have some things Sandbox experience in mind. If you want to see those, make sure to drop that subscribe so that you don't miss it, of course. And yeah, more BT6 to come in the future. See you guys in the next one.